Today we're going to be pulling up some tree stumps. Hopefully things go well. These are some dead peach trees that died on us. And the only thing I worry about is just tearing up the orchard lawn with the tires if it's not getting traction or if it's too hard of a pull. I don't want to dig a big rut, but if I end up doing that, I'm going to stop and I'll just have a backhoe come and do it for me. Usually I can get them, but not always. So the reason why I'm pulling them up is as I mentioned, they died back. And to be honest, I have a hunch why they did. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why one of your fruit trees might die on you. It could be tree borers, it could be disease. And when I say tree borers, that's an insect that digs into the trunk of the tree and they just work their way through the tree itself, and then it weakens the tree and they die. That's not the case with these, and disease didn't take them either. So what I think happened was, since building my home, if you look at the window at the second story in the middle, those are low E glass, and in the summer the sun will be right over here in the afternoon. It'll hit that glass and reflect, and you can feel the heat being pretty intense when you walk through that beam of light wherever it's shining. And we got a little friend with us, so ignore the dog. This is Bailey. In the summer, when that sun hits that window, that light and the heat, the intense heat, will pass along right here, and I think the heat scorched these over time and they finally died because the bark had deteriorated on it. So fingers crossed, hopefully if I plant another tree here, the same thing's not going to happen, but probably the solution would be put some screens on those windows, some dark screens to help shade it a little bit from the direct sunlight so much. So anyway, got the tractor ready. We've got a bar on here with a hook welded to it so I can grab a chain easy. I use it a lot. So when I pull a tree stump, what's helpful is to know, don't just wrap the chain once and hook the tractor or whatever you're pulling with, because it'll never cinch itself tight against the trunk and it just could slip off. But if you wrap it twice around it, it'll act like a choker and grab it good and really help pull it out. So I'm going to do that. All right, so we're going to wrap this chain around it twice. And this is going to go here. I'll hook it there. So I may have to tug it from different directions to get it to loosen the roots from the soil. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to unhook and grab on it a different direction. Broke it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll hook on to the other one. Wow. Okay. Let's go do that one. That's a younger tree over there, and I'll let, because the backhoe, he may not be able to get in there with the backhoe. This one should be easier. It's a younger tree. Slipped its guts out. Man. Okay, I'm gonna go the other way. The reason why we're pulling this tree out is it was a good healthy tree and it produced fruit, but it wasn't very good. We had a couple of years where we thought, it doesn't taste good, maybe it's an off year, we'll wait another year. So we wait another year, harvest the fruit, taste it, and it's like, this one's coming out. So it's better to get rid of it, plant something in there that's gonna be good. Well, I could try. Yeah. All right, so that one's out. Only problem is, I don't know if the tap root is down in there and it'll get in the way of the new tree. So I'll have to be digging on that one. All right. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to pull out the others we started on. Let's see, that first one I was tugging on, that one's got to be, I don't know, 30 years old, maybe older. Actually, both of them are. One's a Lemon Alberta, and the other one's a J.H. Hale. Great peaches. I hated to see them die, but the roots are bigger and more established. This one's half that age. Well, this one's only like 10 years old, and so that's why it came out a lot easier. But plus, there's not a whole lot of moisture in the ground. We haven't had enough rain to soak in where it could have helped it come up a lot easier. But so I'm gonna stop here, and I got to get them out soon because the nursery called and said that my order came in, the bare root peach trees and a cherry tree that I'm going to replace these with. So, well, we're here on a different day now. I've decided to give it another try, trying to get those tree stumps up. And so this is why I want to give it another try. Let me show you. These are my chains, And none of the chains that I have are hardened steel. So I grabbed a new one at the supply store. It's a grade 70 trucker chain. So that's why the other one broke. So I'm gonna give it a shot again. Maybe we can do it, and if not, we'll call in the reinforcements with a backhoe. So we'll give this a try. All right, here we go. Try another angle. I'm bending my drawbar. Well, good news. The chain held, but looks like I got some welding to do. That's been bent for a while. Pulling up tree stumps is what that's been used for exclusively, or using it as a ball hitch. So, no biggie. Just have to get another one if I can't weld it and make it strong enough. It almost looks like pot metal though. The way it broke, the way it looks. Well, we'll make it work anyway. We'll keep going at it. Let's see if we can get this up. Well, it's a crude weld, you know, not the greatest, but it's just slapped together, just trying to get the job done. Like I said, I don't expect. We'll see if I can get this one stump up, and then I'll toss this, but maybe it'll get the job done for today. Let's see. Maybe we can break it again. Hope not, but give it a try. Let's give it another shot. Hope it works. Didn't work, so call in the reinforcements. All right, guys, it's another day. I got a new piece of equipment to replace the one that broke. So we're going to give this last stump a try, see if we can get it out. I believe we can, but here's what we got. So last time this bar broke, it was already bent, and it finally snapped right here on the old one. So I got a new bar, I welded on a new hook, and so now we've just got to hook up the chain and give it another try. Ooh, that ain't gonna work. You know, I saw this when I bought it. This is not as thick of steel as my first one, and it already bent. So that ain't gonna work. So I think that's it for this project. For sure this time. Yeah.
Want me to dig around in there, free them roots
Break up that root, yeah. All right, well, it's been a couple of weeks since we started on trying to pull these stumps out. And as you know, the tractor couldn't pull one of them, had a hard time on another one, but we got it. And so we had to call in some help, a good friend in town. And so he came in this morning and yanked out the last tree stump. So now I was able to go ahead and get the rest of these trees, these young peach and cherry trees planted. So I've got those done. And so that's a peach tree, and that's another cherry tree here. And up above, that's a cherry tree also. And then I got the one right there somewhere. That tree is planted as well. So here's the stumps. So this is the one that the backhoe had to pull out, and the root snapped off. And so he chopped it up with his backhoe bucket. This one I was able to finally get out with the tractor. That took some hard pulling. That's the one that a few things broke. This was a fairly easy one. It was a younger tree, and it came out no problem. But so that'll conclude today, and it looks like Roscoe's ready to play as usual. He's never tired of playing. So, hey, once again, thanks for watching. We'll try and film some other adventures here on our farm. Appreciate you. Catch you later.